Hey everyone, Mel Keelich here, Christian Jamal as well, and we're going to talk about how you can use content to grow your business. Let me ask you, Christian, what is your favorite platform?
My favorite platform is obviously Instagram, but the one that I want it to be my favorite is YouTube because I feel like with YouTube you get a lot of watch time.
Yeah.
And the longer someone watches you, the more they trust and believe in your brand and what you have to say.
What do you think is like a good watch time? Because we've done this too, right? We've tested 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, 20-minute videos. Like, what's a good length for YouTube?
I personally find that a lot of people recommend 10-minute videos because that's how you accumulate the most watch time. But I find the most success with 5-minute videos that have a lot of like action-packed value that people want to rewatch those videos. So instead of getting bored and maybe quitting a 10-minute video halfway, you watch a 5-minute video, you might watch it again. So it's kind of like 10 minutes, but same video.
It is true. I think it really comes down to the type of video because there's this guy that I watch that does like workouts and stuff, but he engages the city. Like he lives in Dubai, so he'll kind of show like a workout, but then he also show like what he does at night. And his videos are like close to 15-20 minutes, but it's a little more engaging.
Yeah.
While I'll do like educational stuff, for example, like Gary Vee, I think like I can only watch him like 5 minutes.
Yeah. No,
tops.
I mean, I totally get that. I feel like once you build like a fan base, you can kind of make your videos longer because these people crave time with you, but they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But they want to watch your videos because they want to hang out with you, quote unquote. Because that's what it feels like. Because when you're on Instagram, you see a photo, cool, what can you do? You can comment and like and share. And that's it. When you're watching a video on Instagram, cool, how long is it going to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Many people don't want to watch IGTVs for 20 minutes. Nobody's going to watch a 20-minute IGTV. And then Reels, 60 seconds tops. But on YouTube, you can actually like give them something that is engaging for like a significant period of time. I think 15-20 minutes, like you can make a valuable video in that period in time, but it only works on YouTube.
Yeah, no, you're right. I actually thought about this the other day as well, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but like, do you feel like you kind of connect to people a little more on YouTube than on like Instagram, for example? And it's weird because like I think it's because it's more of like a channel, it's more of like a storyline.
Yeah.
Which on IG is just quick tips, and you can't really connect to that.
I feel like even engagement on YouTube makes me like, I don't know, happier, if that's the right word. Like when I get a comment on Instagram, I'm like, cool. But when I get a comment on YouTube, I'm like, let me talk to this person. This person like requested some sort of help, so let me see what I can do to actually add some value to them.
Exactly. Now, I know that we're doing like a lot of reels as well. Have you seen like a difference since we started like really pushing it? I mean, I have, but like on your end?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like even though like when you post more, I feel like engagement drops eventually because people are like, all right, like this person's on my feed every 3 hours. But I feel like the positivity has been overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like people really want to support when they truly believe what you say. You know what I mean? And I feel like if eventually you keep saying what you believe, the people who resonate with that are going to be the ones engaging. So eventually the people engaging with your content are going to be the ones who are potential prospects or people that you're actually adding value to. So just being yourself and putting out as much content is going to just attract people that are like you.
Would you like, do you feel like more like of people that you wanted to target like are reaching out to you like on Instagram right now, or is it just like a super fan kind of like base?
So I don't think it's a super fan base yet. I think eventually like that would happen no matter, like if you just keep putting out content, eventually like that's a stage that you'd get to. But I feel like if there is one way I can describe it is like top of mind marketing.
Yeah.
Is like right now anybody that's in my circle or was in my circle in like the past or any period of time, when they hear marketing, they're gonna think of me. It's like it's inevitable because of how much content I just put out there. It's very obvious what we do. You know what I mean? Is like no one's gonna come on my Instagram and be like, I wonder if he's an architect. Like no one's gonna ask that. They know that I do the marketing. They know that Facebook ads is our thing. And it's just because we keep putting that out there.
Something else that's like super interesting is it's weird how content makes someone look like the credible source in like a different industry. Even like from your friends, like as you start growing, right, your friends still feel like they can reach you to a certain extent. They're still like, oh, it's that Christian, like we used to like hang out. But I feel like when you start really posting a lot of content is when you really make that separation and you really start looking like the leader in your industry. Because whoever's creating content, at least in my eyes, it makes it seem like they know what they're talking about.
I
Right?
mean, I agree. I agree.
Because you really separate yourself from like everyone else in that industry just by the amount of content you produce.
What I think is like crazy is the fact that this is not just like a person-to-person thing. That even like SEO wise,
Yeah.
if you are making videos, you are the credible source. Like the reason our SEO has blown up, I think, is because of the amount of YouTube videos we put out with GenTech Marketing as the channel. GenTech Marketing, GenTech Marketing. Now you look up top marketing company in Tampa, GenTech is number one. I'm talking on literally any way you type in that sentence, we show up as number one. And not just on like a certain website. I'm talking on Google, on Google Maps. Like for example, today I was actually driving from Fort Lauderdale to our Tampa office. I didn't even type in our Tampa office's address. All I typed in was GenTech Marketing into Google Maps and I drove here. So I think the fact that you're publishing YouTube videos or just like in general, like just content, like Google picks that up and they recognize you as the credible source just because you are actually putting out this information.
Yeah. The SEO like part is interesting to me as well because we literally don't do like any back-end SEO work on our website. Like it's a super basic stuff, but yet like we're number one.
Yeah.
And like it's because of the content. I think.
Yeah.
You know, like the reviews, the articles, the social media accounts. Like it's weird like seeing that make a big impact because a lot of people pitch, you know, backlinks.
Yeah.
Just whole
Blogs.
bunch of blogs. Which only I think we have like 20 blogs. You know, so there's definitely like different stuff that you should be focused on for SEO purposes.
Definitely. I mean, I think blogs are important and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, you know how like newspaper was the thing, and that's like reading. That kind of reminds me of a blog. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against blogs, but I feel like video is the next thing because people are now watching content, and content is becoming this big thing. I mean, content is already a big thing. I mean, people really blew up over YouTube over time, but what I'm saying is like now it's like every business after the pandemic like needs an online source to generate revenue. Even like brands like Colgate and stuff like that, they're selling online. They never used to do that before, and now they're doing that because they see the potential, and they're even publishing content that has to do with that. And I mean, how much content can you watch about toothpaste? You know what I mean? Like eventually, like it's all the same thing, but just putting it out there over and over and over again really makes them that like pinnacle in their field that anybody looking up like toothache, boom, you get hit with a toothpaste, which you probably already know them because of how much they've done in the past, but just like the reiteration is really where the magic happens, is the repetition and the consistency.
Very true. Say someone is just looking to like get started with their content, like they know like it's important, but they're like, I just don't know where to start. Like, what would you recommend?
What I would recommend is not just the start. What I would recommend is consistency, and don't look at the results. Like, don't look at the views, don't look at the likes. Obviously, reply to comments is what I would say, but what I mean, obviously you can't like just like delete that and not look at it. But what I mean is like, don't care about it, because if you're not gonna do it consistently for like years on end, don't do it. You know what I mean? Because putting out content is really like forming your brand, forming who you are, and once you do that, like you become this personality, this thing on the internet, and I really believe that it's for the long haul. It's not like, it's not short term whatsoever. So doing it consistently for a long period of time is the goal. I think definitely hopping on brand new platforms and kind of like catering to the algorithm. So Reels are killing it right now, so doing Reels. TikTok's killing it right now, doing 3 TikToks a day. I feel like that's a rule of thumb, like everybody knows this by now. YouTube videos, even when you don't expect YouTube to do well for you, is very powerful. And just basically being everywhere all the time. Top of mind marketing.
How do you do that?
Just taking one piece of content and splitting it into many. Instead of content creating, document, and then kind of like split that content up. It's the easiest way to be on every platform.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think one thing that Gary Vee like really kind of like benefited in that whole space is by not creating, by documenting.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to create. You're like, okay, I got structure.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say like the video has to be perfect. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be.
No.
Literally just sitting down and recording videos, like plenty of content and knowledge. And I think how you mentioned where you shouldn't be looking at the likes and views at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's very important because it could be deceiving. Like I know
Yeah.
even like us pushing our YouTube channel right now,
Yeah.
like we didn't blow up on YouTube yet. And like if we're looking at numbers,
Yeah.
like
It doesn't
I
make
would
sense.
say like what's the point, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But how many people have reached out to us and said like, hey, I'll watch all your YouTube videos.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, even if you benefit just 1 or 2 or 3 people, like that's right now. Imagine
Yeah.
like you do it consistently for a whole year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, exactly. Even if every video you publish is getting you 1 to 2 views a day, which is a super low amount, right? You have 1,000 videos.
Yep.
That's 2,000 eyeballs a day, and consistently doing that over and over and over again. I mean, over a year's time, that's a whole lot of people, you know.
It is.
So
It is. Well, that's it with our content creation video. I just wanted to share some of like our thought process and stuff that we've seen while we're creating all this content for you guys. So you guys can like see the hard work that gets put behind it. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, even though we're not looking at it, we still care about it. So see you guys in the next video.